Big Goodwin here, and eventually we will smash that like, subscribe. So I've got some exciting news for you, and if this doesn't put you in the mood, you probably suffer from erectile dysfunction. Alright, so there's a lot of good stuff in here. It's little small snippets here and there of this and that. So Zack Snyder's got 70 million to play with, and he's gonna do his he's gonna be shooting with his principal cast in October. Weekend-long shoots, and it's got Ben Affleck back, Henry Cavill back on board. Gal Gadot's coming in too. I'm not sure about Jason Momoa, but Ray Fisher's on the call sheet as well, and that one's really awkward because everything going on there with WarnerMax, Warner Media, Warner Brothers, whatever the hell, however you want to brand it or label it, these little subdivisions, they're coming in and cleaning up house and transitioning and everything, and it does sound like they're much more willing to collaborate with these directors and actors than the previous team. Which, you know, Ray Fisher's been going on a lot about this and that, allegations, and it doesn't sound like there's anything real abusive in there, anything that's really criminal or anything. It just sounds like a case of a boss being a boss and him trying to go over his head and them not really getting involved, and then him being mad because his career got threatened by not following the proper chain of command or however it went down. It just doesn't sound like there's something that's actually criminal in here, and ultimately it's over and done with. I mean, these guys are gone, it's over and done with, we can move on. But Ray keeps on dragging this stuff out because a source says that there wasn't any real physical abuse on set or anything, but it was difficult to work with, and he wasn't as collaborative as as Zack Snyder. So, I mean, a lot of Ray Fisher's stuff got cut, so he's butthurt. He's butthurt because he didn't get his own Cyborg movie. The Justice League movie didn't make the impact it was supposed to due to all these sloppy reshoots and all this stuff, these last-minute cram sessions where a lot of their stuff got cut and left out. And then you have the thing where he is actually showing up in the Flashpoint movie. Cyborg has 3 scenes in there, and now it's supposed to be a lot more, but it's been drastically reduced now. And if he doesn't watch it, it's gonna just all be gone. So I don't know why he's pushing so hard to bring this stuff up when it's really no longer relevant because all these guys are gone, and Warner Media and all that, they're much more willing to work with these people and give fans what they want. The Flashpoint movie is going to be all fan service. But I guess ultimately when it comes down to it, we'll see how it goes. Now, he's supposed to be on the call sheet for these reshoots. He's supposed to be involved. Along with Martian Manhunter is finally going to be in there, fully developed, hopefully, the way it was supposed to be. And Green Lantern. Are we actually going to get Ryan Reynolds back? Is that truly going to happen? It's very crazy to think. But aside from that, other DC news... is John Cena getting his own show, but James Gunn apparently wrote this stuff when he was bored in the pandemic. He made John Cena a whole show based on his character Peacemaker, and now he's confirming that other Suicide Squad 2 members are going to be involved in it, or at least other Suicide Squad members. You would think they would be Suicide Squad 2 members, but it just says like Suicide Squad members as far as I know. So that's going to be a thing. And since John Cena is getting his own show, maybe the thing to do here is to give Ray Fisher his own little mini-series over on HBO Max or whatever. But depending on how things go, I mean, Jason Momoa came out in support of Ray Fisher, but depending on how things actually go there, they may just not want to work with Ray Fisher anymore after this, because he's said enough to, I would think, violate those NDAs. But whatever. I mean, they're still letting him run his mouth and say whatever he wants, but he's he's not saying enough, but he's keeping himself relevant and he's keeping the issue relevant when all this stuff is supposed to be going on. It just doesn't make much sense when these guys aren't really involved as they were before, and you finally have your opportunity coming full circle to have things play out the way they should have been in the first place. That's where we're at now. So all this is really big, exciting news, and who knows what's really going to happen with the whole Ray Fisher cyborg side of things. But I'm excited that the Snyder Cut is going to be shooting those final pieces and stuff. It was never a finished cut, but it was almost finished, and now they got more money on the table to go ahead and finish it up, and it's going to be really cool, and hopefully this opens doorways for Ben Affleck now that the new regime or whatever is proving to be much more collaborative than the previous one. And hopefully this opens the doorway to a Ben Affleck miniseries based on his Batman, because the Flashpoint movie is making it pretty clear that there's multiple versions of everybody, and so it's not going to be like it's some kind of risk or something to do. No, you can have these little isolated pockets and do your own thing, and hopefully Ben Affleck has such a great enough experience that he wants to try for a Batman thing, and hopefully the response to him is so great that they just do a little Batman spin-off or whatever. I mean, John Cena getting his own show about Peacemaker. Come on, just let's do something here. And it's already been said that Henry Cavill signed a 3-picture deal with a bunch of cameos and all that. So that is great stuff right there. DC looking up. Everything's looking grim for the MCU and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And supposedly Mulan did great. Yet they're doing away with the whole premium VOD release. And they're not going to try with Black Widow at all. They're going to push that all the way back to next year. I can't remember the exact date, but that's what's going down. Everything's looking up for DC, and everything is looking grim for Marvel. It is now the Marvel Cinematic Universe pandemic, and DC is on the rise. So we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on what you're most looking forward to when it comes to the Snyder Cut, Darkseid, or Martian Manhunter, or Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern, if it is Ryan Reynolds, that there is going to be a Green Lantern. All these things are going to be fleshed out. Let me know what you think of the Ray Fisher situation. How's that all going to go down? And do you think this movie here, our miniseries, the Snyder Cut miniseries, will open any doorways up for somebody like Ben Affleck? Or do you think he's just going to want to call it quits after they finish this up? He's going to want to walk away because he's still got a bad taste in his mouth from previous experiences with these studios and stuff. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Fake Goodwin here. Eventually we will. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay awesome. Don't forget to comment down below.